We've got exciting news about a surprise character meal, plenty more Halloween treats, and another hotel has reopened at Disney World. All that and so much more Disney Parks news coming right up. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Alright, this week Disney World released park hours into December so we can get planning our holiday trips. We also have some more details on that Moana refurb happening at the Polynesian Resort, more basketball coming to Disney World, and of course the best news of the week. Cinderella's royal table has a royal guest. Each and every week we cover the latest Disney news, all the updates, all the snacks, all the fabulous new ears. But if you don't want to wait until Saturday, you can get all the breaking news right in your inbox by signing up for our totally free newsletter. Now let's get into that news. First up, the Disney World Park Hours have been released for early December. So if you're planning a trip for the end of this year, good news. Disney World has officially announced their park hours through December 5th, and you can start planning. The hours at Magic Kingdom are currently scheduled for 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. through the first week in December. The operating hours for EPCOT are listed at 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The hours for Disney's Hollywood Studios are 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the operating hours for Disney's Animal Kingdom are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But as we've said before, you're going to want to keep an eye on those hours as your trip gets closer because Disney's been changing things up to accommodate crowd levels. So they may make the hours shorter, they may move the hours altogether, they may make the hours longer. So you never really know what they're going to do. We are always reporting it over on Disney Food Blog, but you should keep an eye on it as well. All right, EPCOT hours have been extended in October. So according to the Disney World Park calendar, on Saturday, October 3rd and Saturday, October 10th, the EPCOT operating hours will be extended from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So far, the rest of the month still has the park closing 1 hour earlier at 7 p.m. With more park passes selling out for holiday dates like Halloween and Thanksgiving, we expect there may be more hour extensions in the future, so always keep an eye out. All right, 2021 Disney World Marathon and Princess Half Marathon are canceled and going virtual. Disney's decided to convert both the 2021 Walt Disney World Marathon weekend in January and the 2021 Disney Princess Half Marathon weekend to virtual events next year. Disney said they have based their decision on the unique circumstances of hosting a road race experience on this scale under the current environment. The Disney World Marathon typically has over 25,000 runners, but this year they won't be racing through the theme parks. Those who had already registered for the race will be able to convert their registration to the virtual race or receive a refund. Virtual race participants will receive a medal and the option of a race shirt. As of now, the Star Wars Rival Run is still scheduled for April 2021. The Grand Floridian Resort has officially reopened, you guys. All guests are now welcome at the resort. Previously, only the Disney Vacation Club villas were open as players from the NBA were staying at the Grand Floridian during the playoffs. And the walkway to the Magic Kingdom gets even closer to opening, so that new pathway that's going to allow guests to walk straight from the Grand Floridian to the Magic Kingdom's entrance now has a newly paved sidewalk leading to a tent that is most likely a security and temperature checkpoint. No word yet on when this will open to guests, but we are hoping it will be soon within the next couple of months. And we've got more details on the Moana refurb at the Polynesian Village Resort. So next door to Grand Floridian, over at the Polynesian, they're gearing up for that Moana-inspired refurb, which is going to temporarily change a few things at the resort. Beginning September 28th, the front desk at the Polynesian should be moving temporarily to a location within the Pago Pago building at the resort. Guests will not be able to enter the Great Ceremonial House via its traditional front entrance, and the monorail station will be closed beginning in early October. The resort's main entrance will be getting spruced up with new design elements and a chandelier, much like the one you'll find inside the lobby with all those glass orbs. And new gardens and fountains will also be installed at the resort's entrance. Work should begin October 4th and will take place Sundays through Thursdays from 10 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. Kona Cafe, Moana Mercantile, Tambu Lounge, and Pineapple Lanai, all located in and around the Great Ceremonial House, may have modified hours during the refurb. Now, the resort is expected to officially reopen summer of 2021, just in time for the resort's 50th anniversary on October 1st. And we've seen some construction in Epcot's Italy Pavilion. So this week we spotted mysterious construction walls in Epcot's Italy. Construction walls stretch all the way from the edge of the Italy Pavilion right up to the American Adventure Pavilion. There is a lot going on back there. Now, cast members we spoke to weren't sure about what the construction was, and while we have seen a few permits for this location, none gave specific details about what might be going on behind those walls, so we will let you know when we find out. And college basketball may be headed to Disney World. According to ESPN, conference and team sources have said that ESPN is planning to move at least 8 of its men's college basketball events to the ESPN Wide World of Sports at Disney World. The protocols that will be in place for these college events are expected to be different than the ones used for the NBA's bubble, which is just wrapping up at Disney World. The events are expected to begin November 25th, so we'll keep you updated on that as well as we find out more information. And Disney is extending expiring Premier passports. Disney's now reaching out to Premier passport holders. Now, those are the passes that grant access to both Disney World and Disneyland, and letting them know that Premier passports on the verge of expiration will be extended in the coming weeks. Specifically, Disney's noted that it will be making 30-day extensions to these expiring passports so that they can remain active and available to make park pass reservations at Disney World while Disneyland's theme parks are closed. Disney has also noted that these extensions will continue on a monthly basis until the reopening date is set for Disneyland Resort. Once that reopening date is set, Disney will apply a final extension to all Premier passports based on the theme park closure period. Speaking of Disneyland, we've got a few Disneyland updates and some great official news that is really going to help out once those parks do reopen. First up, mobile order is expanding. Disneyland's mobile order system is going to allow more restaurants to promote contactless ordering and payments. Payment options will also expand to allow for Apple Pay and Disney gift cards, and the minimum age to place a mobile order will be lowered to 13 from age 18. And Disney executives have commented on the reopening of Disneyland. They hosted an invitation-only virtual press conference to update how we're making magic while we continue to promote health and safety, quote unquote. In that reference, execs commented on how 8 out of 10 Disney World park guests consider the health measures just right, and that Disneyland is prepared to follow a similar plan when it is allowed to reopen. The chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences and Products, Josh D'Amaro, noted that Disneyland's ability to reopen is not just about Disney, but about the communities that Disney helps to support. He closed by saying, "We're ready, and more importantly, it's time." Currently, Disneyland is closed, of course, due to state government requirements, but we're seeing more signs, some literal, that indicate there may be a reopening soon. So we saw social distancing signage in the parks that indicate that Disneyland is indeed prepared to open as soon as they get the go-ahead from the California government. And we spotted health and safety posters on light posts in the parks and plenty of social distancing markers on the ground outside the park entrances. Now, there is currently no time frame on when the reopening may be announced, but Disneyland execs are certainly hoping it's soon. We also saw a few signs that mentioned that those park reservations were going to be required to go to Disneyland. In other park news, Hong Kong Disneyland has officially reopened as of yesterday, September 25th. After closing in January, the park reopened its gates on June 18th. However, after cases went up in the area, they were forced to close down again in July. So now we're reopened, and we'll be keeping an eye on the situation for you and get more information out to you via Disney Food Blog. Aulani reopens this November. Hawaii news, everybody. Disney announced this week that their Hawaiian resort, Aulani, would begin a phased reopening on November 1st. Disney has noted that they will be taking a gradual, phased approach to reopening that will consider the guidance of local and national governments and health authorities. Aulani is also continuing their modified cancellation policy to provide a little more flexibility. Guests will be able to cancel their Aulani resort reservations up to 24 hours prior to their arrival date for all stays through May 20th, 2021. And Disney will be waiving any Disney-imposed cancellation fees associated with said cancellations, same way they're doing right now at Disney World and Disneyland. All right, let's head over to restaurant and snack news. Cinderella's Royal Table reopens with a surprise guest over there in Magic Kingdom. They were supposed to reopen on the 24th, but they sneak peek opened on the 23rd, and they were allowing people to make last-minute dining reservations, and we were able to pop in. But the most exciting part about getting in early was, of course, we got to see the surprise, which was Cinderella. Now, Cinderella's Royal Table is typically a character meal where you'll get to meet the princesses, but ahead of its reopening day, Disney stated that the princesses would be taking a break. Now, you won't get to take photos with Cindy or give her a hug, but she does walk around the restaurant a little bit and wave to guests, much like the Beast does at Be Our Guest restaurant. And just a reminder, Hollywood and Vine has reopened as well, and you can see more characters there if you're looking for a more traditional character meal, even though still no hugs, still no autographs. And over in EPCOT, Chefs de France is reopening soon. This EPCOT France Pavilion restaurant will officially reopen October 8th, and reservations are available now for lunch and dinner. The menu will be a bit limited, though there will be a 3-course prix-fixe meal as usual that includes a glass of wine and soft drink for $49.50. Now let's get into some more of those Halloween snacks. The first 2 treats are at Captain Cook's at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. The Halloween Rocky Road Cupcake is a rich chocolate cake with a milk chocolate macadamia nut Rocky Road filling, and it's stacked with beautiful layers of buttercream in mini witch wardrobe colors like orange, green, and purple. On top, you'll find Minnie's ears and bow and edible glitter and some fun Halloween sprinkles. This one's $5.99. Also in the case over there at the Polynesian is the Mike Wazowski Dome Cake. This is a milk chocolate cake dome with white chocolate icing made to look like Mike. Last year, this cake was covered in fondant, and we definitely think the white chocolate icing is a super improvement. It's super cute, but it's not the most exciting dessert at Disney World, though you can try it for $5.99 if you're a huge Mike Wazowski fan. Now these next 2 treats are from the Artist's Palette at Saratoga Springs Resort, and this first one is available at Old Key West Resort as well. This is a caramel cauldron cupcake, or caramel cauldron cupcake. I know you guys rather I say caramel, but it features a chocolate cupcake filled with a salted caramel buttercream and sauce, and it's garnished with chocolate flames and a witch's broom. This one was so good, you guys. If you're a fan of chocolate and caramel, you need to add it to your must-get snack list. Feels so weird to say it that way. Oh, well. All right, also we have a pumpkin spiced whoopie pie. Now, this is a chocolate whoopie pie filled with pumpkin spiced marshmallow and decorated with a chocolate spider. Now, this one is definitely cute, but flavor-wise and texture-wise, we did not love it. The cake was too dry, and the marshmallow filling was just kind of like a slab of marshmallow. It was really gummy and weird. But we also found a whoopie pie we did like. Next up, we got 2 new treats we found at the Yacht and Beach Club this week at the market at Ale and Compass and the Beach Club Marketplace. First up, the pumpkin whoopie pie. This is a Mickey-shaped pumpkin cake with a brown butter cream cheese filling and lots of festive sprinkles. It's super thick and rich, and out of the new treats we tried here, it's definitely our favorite. This one's $4.69. There's also a Halloween tiramisu, which is super cute. This is $5.49. It's a classic tiramisu with coffee flavor, very strong coffee flavor, by the way, a chocolate pretzel skeleton on top, and a marshmallow skull and ladyfinger gravestone. This one has, like I said, really strong coffee flavor, which we enjoyed, but you want to be careful if your kiddos want to try this and they're not big coffee fans. And overall, it was a pretty solid tiramisu. So if you're a tiramisu devotee, then you definitely want to try this one. All right, next door at Beaches and Cream, we tried the pumpkin spiced butter pecan shake, which is made with pumpkin spiced butter pecan ice cream, chocolate sauce, and orange icing, and it's topped with a pumpkin shaped vanilla cupcake and chocolate crispy pearls. This one is obviously adorable, and while we would have liked some extra pumpkin flavor in the cupcake, the shake itself delivered on that, and the butter pecan was a little less noticeable. It was definitely a much stronger pumpkin flavor in that shake. Now you can get this one for $15, and all of those Halloween treats are available through October 31st. But let's talk about those classic bakery case Halloween treats. If you frequent the bakery cases at Disney World, you'll be happy to hear that Halloween crispy treats have arrived. But can I just say there's one that's brand new that is the cutest thing ever, and this is a slice of pumpkin pie. This is a crispy treat that is a slice of pumpkin pie with marshmallow whipped cream. And it had a little pumpkin spice flavor to it too. It was really adorable. I've never seen it at Disney World before. This is the first time we've seen it. And the way it's displayed in the case is as a full pumpkin pie. So very cute. This one's $5.49. And then there was also a Mickey Jack-o'-lantern crispy that had chocolate dipped ears and a little icing stem and leaf. Really, really cute. That was $5.49 as well. Now the pumpkin spice in these treats wasn't real strong and we didn't necessarily love it, but I give them props and credit for doing something different. Now we also spotted the Spiderweb Mickey cookie, which is just your basic sugar cookie with a cute new Halloween design, and it's giant, so it's a great shareable snack for $5.49. Now if you prefer your Halloween treats in a glass, we tried the spooky rum punch at Banana Cabana over at Caribbean Beach Resort. This drink has Caribbean rum, sour apple liqueur, and cranberry juice, and is garnished with a purple poison apple novelty glow cube for $13. Oddly, the promo photos for this one showed a purple drink, while we got something of a swampy green color. But color aside, it was perfect for the kind of drink you want to sip on while sitting by the pool. And don't forget, if you don't want that glow cube, I think you can take it out and get the price down a little bit, but you'll have to ask your bartender. All right, we've got some massive cocktails at Old Key West Resort. So the Gurgling Suitcase at OKW debuted 2 new fall cocktails. You can get one of these drinks for $13 on its own, or you can get it as a drink for 2 in a massive red souvenir cup for $22. There's the Cran Orange Margarita, which is made with El Jimador tequila, Bull's blackberry brandy, orange juice, and cranberry. And the Harvest Refresher features Tito's handmade vodka, cranberry juice, and muddled oranges. They have something like this over at Hurricane Hannah's as well at the Yacht and Beach Club, kind of a giant souvenir cup like this so that it ends up being a drink for 2. All right, let's talk about the Land Crusher. This is so awesome, you guys, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. So over at Sunshine Seasons in the Land Pavilion in EPCOT, we tried the brand new Land Crusher pulled pork sandwich. Whoever named this just wins in my book. This is great. So it's a triple decker sandwich featuring pulled pork and cheddar piled high on Texas toast, and it's served with chips for $10.99. It was delicious, though we would have liked some extra pickles. They only gave us a couple of pickles, so we needed some more. But it's definitely giving the options at Regal Eagle a run for their money. Okay, speaking of Regal Eagle, there's a new apple tart on the menu. This is a vanilla tart filled with sweet cream cheese and cinnamon apples, complete with a streusel topping. Perfect for fall. We could definitely taste the sweetness from the vanilla, and the apples added a crisp, refreshing flavor. We really liked it. So if you're at Regal Eagle and you need some dessert, this is a good option. And this one will be $4.99. Now, for those of you who are so excited, I'm sorry. I can't even speak. I'm so excited about this. Yorkshire County Fish Shop is reopening. So if you're craving those fish and chips, I know a lot of you guys love this counter service location, and it's super exciting that it's reopening. So if you're craving those fish and chips while you're in EPCOT, get there on a weekend, because a cast member we spoke to this week let us know that the popular fish and chips kiosk in the UK Pavilion plans to be open on weekends when the park is busiest and demand is up. Now, it may be open every once in a while during the week as well. You just never know with these places a lot of the time. They just tend to open it when it's busy. So we'll keep an eye on it. You keep an eye on it. And if you happen to be in EPCOT and you're looking for fish and chips, try to make your EPCOT day on a weekend. All right, Thirsty River and Dawa Bar have reopened over in Animal Kingdom. Thirsty River is serving up beer and cocktails, while the next door Trek Snacks is serving up Simba pretzels and a few other small bites. Currently, Thirsty River Bar and Trek Snacks will open at 11 a.m. and close at least an hour before the park closes, so either 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. according to cast members. And across the park, the Dawa Bar will be open on weekends with limited operating hours and hours that are subject to change. Again, they're kind of mixing it up. They're opening stuff up, closing stuff down. You just don't really know. So what we found with Dawa Bar is that it's going to be weekends only for right now, but that could always change. So keep an eye out for operating times so you don't miss that must-get snack on your list. All right, now let's talk about discounts. There's a Disney Springs set of discounts that just came out for those visiting on weekdays. So guests can receive 20% discounts on select menu items at 20 different restaurants and dining locations throughout Disney Springs, like Polite Pig, Homecoming, Deluxe Burger, and the Edison. This offer of 20% off is going to be valid Monday through Thursday, beginning today and running through October 29th. All right, let's hit a long list of merchandise news. We've got so many new ears to tell you about. I feel like every day at Disney World, there's new ears, or maybe even 2 sets of new ears. So first up, the retro Disneyland ears. This design is inspired by the OG Disneyland sign, and it has sequin blue ears, and they sold out super fast from the World of Disney store in downtown Disney. If you see them and you want them, you better grab them. Now let's talk about the blue polka dot ears over at Mickey's of Hollywood in Disney's Hollywood Studios. We noticed the blue polka dot mini ears got a bit of an update, so these ears are the new version. They're solid black with sequins, and the blue polka dot pattern has moved to the bow with that little flower popping off the top. Now we've got some super glam black and white ears. We spotted these ones at Legends of Hollywood in Disney's Hollywood Studios. The ears and band are a soft velvety texture coupled with a puffy black and white bow. Very, very classy. And over at Celebrity 5 and 10 in Hollywood Studios, we spotted some super sequined, very glitzy ears. These things are literally covered in sparkly sequins, both the ears and the bow. And And finally, over in EPCOT, we found probably my favorite pair of the week. These adorable new ears featuring little cartoon fish and chips on the ears and a newspaper printed bow with fish and chips written on the back of the ears. What better way to celebrate the reopening of Yorkshire County Fish Shop, right? Now, all of the new ears are going to be $29.99. We've got a new Haunted Mansion Dooney and Bourke collection to talk about. This one's already selling out online. It includes a satchel bag, crossbody, mini backpack, and wallet, all in a fun print featuring our favorite characters from the classic ride. And if you need a shoulder plush, if you don't have enough of them, there are new Porg ones available in Galaxy's Edge. This guy even makes noise when you squeeze him. So for $24.99, you can have a new shoulder pal that can go everywhere with you. We spotted that Baby Yoda shoulder plush as well over at Mickey's of Hollywood. We'd already seen him online, and to be honest, he's not that cute in person, but he will ride on your shoulder for $19.99. All right, Galaxy's Edge merchandise. Remember when Galaxy's Edge opened and they said, we're not ever going to sell this stuff anywhere but in Galaxy's Edge? Surprise, it quickly moved out to the rest of Hollywood studios, and it's now being sold online and in Disney Springs. So if you can't make it to the parks, not to worry. Galaxy's Edge merchandise will soon be available on Shop Disney, at least for a limited time, and the merchandise will arrive over there on Shop Disney September 28th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, including Jedi gear, Sith items, and even Legacy lightsabers. And a Star Wars trading post has been set up in Disney Springs with some of the same merchandise. Finally, we've got an annual Passholder Shop Disney discount you need to know about. That merch discount has been extended to Shop Disney as well. Through October 11th, you can receive 30% off on select Disney Parks merchandise on Shop Disney. So add at least one eligible item to your bag and then use the code AP30OFF, AP30OFF at checkout. So there's our news for the week right now, you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want the news in your inbox almost every single day, you can grab it by heading over to our Disney Food Blog newsletter. Sign up. We've got the link in the description right now for the video, and you can always sign up and get all of that news as soon as it comes out over at the Disney Food Blog newsletter. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.